Hey everybody, Zach here, and welcome back to the channel. And this is just breaking news about an hour ago. Ripple scores major win against the SEC as judge authorizes William Hinman's deposition. We are going to talk about what this means for XRP now moving forward. This is a big win for Ripple Labs / XRP. If you're somebody who's been on the channel before, you know we have a lot of people who are already invested into XRP. A lot of people trying to persuade me to invest in XRP, and I'm almost there. This was a nice feather in the cap, and in fact, the price is pretty nice right now too. We'll take a look at that in just a bit, but let's jump into the specifics of what happened today. So Ripple scores major win against SEC as judge authorizes William Hinman's deposition. William Hinman of the SEC. So we'll scroll down here and say and find out what they said here. All right, so as reported by you today, the SEC argued that approving Hinman's testimony would set a dangerous precedent that could deter other lawyers from taking public service jobs. Netburn notes that this is not a run-of-the-mill enforcement case, adding that there is a huge public interest in its resolution. Of course, a lot of stakeholders here in XRP. She claims that the deposition is not supposed to affect other departments. While Hinman was recently scheduled to be deposed on July 19th, his testimony has been postponed by the judge so the parties can work out its scope in advance. So how about the specifics of the ruling? So the judge ruled in favor of Ripple Labs as, quote, this is not a run-of-the-mill enforcement case by the SEC. Because the SEC versus Ripple is unique and the public interest in the resolution of this case is substantial. All right, so kind of reiterating some of the same things there, but we'll move on here. Some interesting details here. During the hearing, Judge Netburn, who asked why the SEC said that privilege would be breached if the scheduled deposition is about a public speech based on his personal views and not on behalf of the SEC, as the agency argued. For those of you guys not familiar with what's going on here, really we're talking about semantics, right? Hinman's 2018 ETH speech was the central question, Ethereum speech, for the judge. The SEC admitted that its staff participated in the drafting of the speech. Ripple's counsel added that ex-SEC Chair Jay Clayton told Congress that speech was an example of transparency on how the agency was treating cryptocurrencies. And there's a lot of different speculation here. One is, why aren't they treating the XRP Ripple group the same as all of these other cryptocurrencies? The SEC argued that anything Hinman ever said is privileged as deliberative and told the judge the deliberative process privilege would be invoked if Hinman was deposed. Despite the ruling going in favor of Ripple, the blockchain firm's counsel complained that the SEC is withholding, we're right down here, every part of every internal memorandum, citing privilege and its position is untenable and prejudicing the defense. Easy for me to say, right? Ahead of the hearing, John Eaton, the attorney who has previously filed a motion to intervene in the name of XRP holders, published an opinion piece with his line of questioning for the deposition. So, very, very interesting. This is a feather in the cap, if you will, a win for XRP today. We'll pop back over to this article here. So there's something interesting here at the end. So Hinman will likely be asked to clarify whether his 2018 speech about Ethereum not being a security is official or not. So basically, XRP was deemed a security, hence why they're in this legal battle, hence why you can't buy it if you're listed, if you're trying to find it on Coinbase or Crypto.com here in the United States. This is why. Because XRP was kind of listed differently, was listed as a security opposed to some of the other ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum. Now, Ripple's case is, what the heck's the difference? This is all the same thing, and they're picking and choosing which cryptocurrency they want to regulate and which one they don't. And there is a big issue here because, again, it comes down to semantics. What was said, what wasn't said, how do you interpret what was said? And again, it just goes back to a bigger picture here. Here's the bigger picture. Institutions and the government, they don't know how to really make sense of cryptocurrency yet. They're still trying to figure it out. It says here, during the hearing, the SEC mentioned that it hadn't made a decision on Ether's regulatory status at the time. The watchdog is adamant that Hinman's speech contained his personal remarks. This is just an ongoing saga between XRP, Ripple Labs, against the SEC. In terms of the price action, while this is a feather in the cap for Ripple, we're still sitting at 60 cents right now, so we haven't seen a dramatic increase in the price, which is interesting. Of course, it's very early yet. We could still see some price action, but of course, the overall market is down right now. And we'll take a look at that overall market. And if and when that market were to turn around, maybe XRP would see some gains. But right now, still in that number 6 spot at 60 cents right now for XRP. Now, here's what I think will happen. All right, that's the big question now next. Well, what's going to happen now? Well, this thing is far from over, number one, and actually dipped below 60 cents. XRP against the SEC is far from over. All right, but of course, this is a feather in the cap. It's a minor win, not a major win yet. Okay. However, this could mean that we see XRP back on Coinbase. This could also mean we see XRP back on Crypto.com. There was a recent video that I put out not too long ago that stated XRP could be coming back to Coinbase as soon as July 28th. I think what that would do to the price is make it surge. I think just Coinbase alone would drastically increase this number that we see right now. I also think Crypto.com could reconsider adding XRP now after this. We'll have to wait and see how they kind of make sense of what happened today. But I do think, that the major exchanges have some, questions now answered, at least a few, and they could be adding XRP here in the near distant future. So let's take a look at the all-time high on XRP and kind of talk about where we think XRP could be going here in the future if everything checks out with the SEC. I want to include that big caveat because if things crumble here and fall apart, I think Ripple probably crumbles and falls apart too. Ripple XRP. Ripple is the company, XRP the asset. So I do think XRP will crumble if things come crashing down with the case, right? However, if everything checks out, I do think they can come storming back and I think set new all-time highs. All right, so we'll take a look at all those all-time highs, pretty recently this year, and then the big all-time high 4 years ago was set back in 2018 at $3.84. Now, where's it been in the near future or in the near past? It's been all the way up to about $1.76 here. So you saw that back in April when the entire market came storming upwards. XRP actually did as well, and it almost got to $2. In fact, we can take a look at that in the last 90 days. There it is. The all-time high was $1.76. I think we shatter through that number if we get relisted on Coinbase, if we get relisted on Crypto.com. And again, I am not yet invested in XRP, but this is getting me very, very closer to adding XRP. And let me know your thoughts down below. Give it a thumbs up if you got some value. Would love to hear what you said, hear what you think about this. And yeah, this is a feather in the cap for XRP. It's good news. It's not great news yet, but I do think this is a win for XRP and Ripple Labs. Love to get your thoughts. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And down below, you'll find a link for both YouTube membership. Check that out. There's a little video there you can watch, see what all that entails, as well as a link for the Patreon/Discord. We'd love to have you over in the private community. See you soon.